Hey everyone, remember to like and subscribe today. I want to talk about something deeply concerning the state of our forests in 2023. Despite promises made by 140 nations to end deforestation by the end of this decade, the obliteration of our forests has actually increased. According to a recent report, nearly 6.4 million hectares of forest were destroyed in 2023 alone. That's about 16 million acres. An additional 62.6 million hectares were degraded due to road building, logging, and forest fires. Indonesia and Bolivia saw particularly alarming spikes in deforestation. Political changes and demand for commodities like beef, soy, palm oil, paper, and nickel in wealthy countries are driving this uptick. The experts make it clear voluntary efforts to cut deforestation are not working. We need stronger measures and more funding for forest protection. However, there's a glimmer of hope in the Brazilian Amazon. Under President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva's new government, deforestation has been cut by 62% in its first year. But overall, global deforestation has worsened since the start of the decade. Ivan Palmegiani, a specialist at Climate Focus, put it bluntly: we're just 6 years from a critical global deadline to end deforestation, and forests continue to be chopped down, degraded, and set on fire at alarming rates. Correcting the course is possible if all countries prioritize it, especially if industrialized nations rethink their excessive consumption levels and support forest countries. Aaron D. Matson, a senior researcher at Climate Focus, said that when the right conditions are in place, countries can make significant progress. But if economic or political conditions change, forest loss can come roaring back. This is evident in the spiking deforestation in Indonesia and Bolivia. To meet global forest protection targets, we must make forest protection immune to political and economic shifts. At the UN COP26 Climate Summit in 2021, most countries endorsed the 2030 Zero Deforestation Pledge. Yet, the 2024 Forest Declaration Assessment found that progress is significantly off track. The level of deforestation in 2023 was almost 50% higher than what steady progress towards zero would require. Indonesia's deforestation alone spiked by 57% in 1 year, largely due to the surging global demand for things like paper and mined metals like nickel. Matson noted that the Indonesian government had previously achieved the steepest drop in deforestation of any tropical country, so there's hope this setback is temporary. In 2023, Indonesia produced half the world's nickel, a metal crucial for many green technologies. Brazil provides an example of positive progress in the Amazon, but deforestation in the Cerrado tropical savanna increased by 68% year over year. The country has also been plagued by forest fires, which are becoming more likely and intense due to the climate crisis. Around 45 million hectares have burned in the past 5 years. Other countries making progress toward the 2030 deforestation target include Australia, Colombia, Paraguay, Venezuela, and Vietnam. But outside the tropics, temperate forests in North America and Latin America recorded the highest absolute levels of deforestation. Experts state that funding for forest protection, strengthening indigenous land rights, and reducing demand for goods produced via deforestation are essential. The EU has proposed ambitious regulations to ban the sale of products linked to deforestation, like coffee, chocolate, leather, and furniture. However, on October 3rd, the European Commission proposed a 1-year delay to gradually build in the system after protests from countries including Australia, Brazil, Indonesia, and Ivory Coast. Matson summed it up: this pushback is largely driven by political pressures, and it's a shame. We can't rely on voluntary efforts. They have made very little progress over the past decade. We need to act now. Our forests depend on it. Remember to like and subscribe.